Good morning, everybody. Hello and happy Sunday. I am Tiffany Almeida with Pretty and Paper Crafts, and I go live every Sunday for Coffee and a Card. And today we're playing with some new pre-order, new release products that are going to be live for everybody starting May 1st. So excited! But as a demonstrator, we got to order them a month early, and so uh, I've had the opportunity to play with some of this, and I can't wait to show you. This is going to be great for all those masculine projects that you're needing for all the men in your life. So I'm really excited to show you, and I have a couple different things to go through real quick, and then we're going to get started. And I've got two projects for you today that you're going to love. Good morning. Hey, everybody. Hello, hello. Thanks for watching. All right, so I have a hashtag giveaway. So hashtag masculine card is the hashtag for today. If you enter that into the chat, all one word, just like you see at the bottom of the screen as it's scrolling, you'll be entered to win a prize. And this week, I am actually going to be mailing you the projects that I make today. So the winner is going to get the two cards that I made in the mail just for them to use, to copy, or to give away. So I'm really excited for that. All right. Good morning, everybody. Okay, so right before I get into that, two reminders. One is that In Color Club starts in May, and the deadline to sign up for In Color Club is May 1st. So you have a little over like 2 weeks, 2 weeks, or not even, about 2 weeks to sign up. Okay. So you don't want to miss that. If you forgot what I've got all you're going to get so dang spoiled from me, but you're also going to be getting this cute little in color tumbler. It's a water tumbler. I guess they're called tumblers. And it's so dang cute. And it's got glitter sparkles all over it. And it's going to have your name on it. So it'll be personalized just for you as a thank you for doing all 5 months of In Color Club. So you don't want to miss this. I have two options. I have an option that includes blends and markers and all these extra goodies, or just the basics so that there's an affordable price, and then I want everything price. And so the sign up for that is live. I do have a link in in the description of this video that takes you right to registration. So please don't wait. If you actually want to get this kit, make sure you do that. I will have an in-person class for those of you who live local to me and want to come make the projects with me, because I am going to give you two projects every month along with your colors. But I will, for those that live far away, I'm going to be sending you a video and a PDF tutorial for the projects that I mail you. For those of you who live local, you can come and use my supplies and make the cards in the 3D project with me. So two options. Dates for the in-person will be kind of varying month to month as I have availability. So for May's, it's going to be the last weekend in May, just because I've got the onstage trip, and then I've got Mother's Day weekend, and then I've got my new catalog launch, and then the last weekend is Labor or Memorial Day weekend. So that will be the weekend that I'll be putting those projects together. But every other month will vary. I'll announce those dates ahead of time. But yeah, so that's information about In Color Club. You aren't gonna want to miss it. This thing is so dang cute. I love all the colors. All the new In Colors are my favorite. And it's a great way to collect all of them and not break the bank, because you get to kind of savor each color each month and build up your stash, if you will. The other thing I just mentioned is my new catalog launch. So new catalog launch means you're going to get a spiral bound catalog from me. You're going to get $25 in new product. You're going to get a bunch of make and takes. There's going to be door prizes and an all day thing. I have an in-person option and a virtual option. So in person is May 18th, which is Saturday. It's here locally. It's from 9 to 2. I'm going to be serving you lunch. We're going to be doing all kinds of fun things. I've got some cute gifts for you. It's going to be awesome. And then if you are virtual, you can join me virtually on May 19th, which is the Sunday. We're going to hang out again from 9 a.m. Pacific time to 2 p.m. Pacific time. And we are going to be making a bunch of projects and doing some door prizes, probably some games, and we're just going to hang out all day together. It's going to be fun. As part of that I'm offering, I am offering a Father's Day project, and I wanted to show you guys that real quick. So let me switch my screen over here so you guys can see. This is a cute little mini Father's Day album in a case. You can see it's in a clear case, super cute. Terry and I are doing this together. We teamed up. She did an amazing job designing this. Put a few little touches of my own in it, and then I'll be getting the tutorial prepped. But this will be an add-on option for the new catalog launch. Now, if you can't join us live for the new catalog launch, the replay will be available. It'll all be recorded. So even if you don't want to miss out on the new catalog launch, but you aren't available that weekend, don't panic because, like I said, the online version will be recorded. It'll be on a private Facebook group. You'll be able to watch the replay and go in and do all the make and takes and things like that. But this is an add-on option for Father's Day. I think it was 15 or 16 packs of this tulle designer series paper. This was free during celebration and I loaded up because I knew I wanted to do a Father's Day class. And so we came up with this mini album. You get a whole pack of the designer series paper in this kit for $35. You get the case, you get all the supplies, cardstock, everything cut for you, everything embossed. And it's so cute, you guys. You open up inside, it's got this cute grid paper pattern from the designer series paper. And it's got pockets. It's got great little mats for your pictures for Father's Day. Look at the cute tools. It's just super cute. Very, very simple, easy to make. And then we've got pages on the back too. It's an accordion fold. So I would open it all the way up, but excuse me, you wouldn't be able to see it. You wouldn't be able to see it all. But it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 pages basically, 5 on one side and 5 on the other, as a cute little mini album for the favorite guy in your life. It can be for a dad, it can be for a husband, it can be for a brother, it can be for whoever. What I really like is that it's in this case, it's protected because you know how guys are. They spill things, they've got oil and all the things on their work desk, but this is a great way to give them something that's going to be protected, something that has that clear plastic cover to it, that's not going to get dirty, but that they can cherish and enjoy all their cute little projects. You know how guys are. So this is going to be an option as an add-on for the new catalog launch. Okay, you guys. So check that out. It's super cute. You're going to love it. As a team member, so as you guys know, I always give my team perks. As a team member, you are going to get that tutorial for free. I'm also going to be offering it as a cardstock option for you guys at a cheaper price. So you guys, the only issue is that you actually have to have that DSP or use something else that you have because that DSP is no longer available. It was free with a $50 order during celebration. So it's a great deal because it doesn't exist anymore. And I have limited supply. So 16 kits total. So you won't want to miss it. Okay. All right. That's all the announcement stuff I have. Now we're going to go play with a new set that I'm in love with. We got to see this on stage. We got to see it presented by Kitchen Table Stamper, who's one of my favorite online stampers. I follow her. I love all of her stuff. And she did a great job showcasing this suite. Now the suite comes in, I should have looked this up actually, because I'm not 100% sure everything that comes in it. I think it's just hold please. Okay, I was right. It's the bundle, the stack of designer series paper, which I'm going to show you here in a second. And it also comes with these adorable embellishments. And these embellishments are so cool. And what I really like about them is that you can use either side. And I know it's not focusing. Focus. Focus. My stupid camera. It's got this kind of gear looking side or like a bolt or a nut. Ah, it's not focusing. And then the other side is just kind of this like star pattern, kind of like lines, I guess. But anyways, you can use both sides of them, and I really think they're super cool. They're nice and sturdy. They're definitely made of metal, and they're just great for adding, some cool little accents to your projects. Now, the paper is really, really great. I love the colors in this paper. I'll tell you the colors. There are boho blue, copper clay, mossy meadow, night of navy, and smoky slate. Okay. And the one of the pages, I've already cut the top off because I used it for one of the projects we're going to do today. But one of the pages comes with these different little card layouts as well as some adorable tags. I freaking love the tags. And everything's two-sided. And this is called Take to the Sky 12 by 12 designer series paper. Take to the Sky. And this is part of the pre-order. So if you want to be a demonstrator and get product early and join my team and get all those perks, you can do that, and you can add this suite to your uh, starter kit. So the suite itself, I'll tell you, is $74. So you can get that for part of your starter kit, because your starter kit, you get $120 in product for $99. So, but look at the clouds. I also used that today. That's why it's cut up. But I love the plaid on the back. And then these planes. You've got these cool planes. I love that. And this cool kind of topography or geography, or I don't know how that all works. Some great green paper and this cool pattern on the back. The maps. I love the map paper. I'm probably going to be using all of this up. I'm not going to lie. Ooh, and then this pretty textured blue denim looking paper. And then some more planes. And another plaid pattern on the back. So these are great. Can you just picture all the Father's Day stuff we could be doing with this? Super cute. Love it so much. So let me show you the projects I did today. And and the dies are really, really cool. And I'm gonna show you, I kind of used both sets. So you can see here, you kind of got these builder pieces that you can build a plane. And then you also have the pieces that cut out the stamped images. So you see there's 3 different plane designs, and there's 3 dies that cut out the planes, the 3 different sizes, plus some clouds. And you also have a cool little banner that I'm going to show you. And it's got some great sentiments. It says, "You always lift me up," to my friend, "Happy Father's Day, happiest Father's Day. Flying by to say hi, you're the best, plain and simple." Spelt like plane as an airplane, so cute. And then happy birthday. So really, really fun. Okay, so the first card that I did, I was like, okay, I love the banner, because there's this little die that creates like a little banner that can be pulled behind the airplane. So I did the airplane here, and I wanted to pull this happy birthday banner. And this one's kind of cute. So it opens like this, and it's like a banner that's flying through the sky. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Isn't that cute? So this is like a little surprise as it extends and continues going on and on and on. I just love this paper. Now, these 3 pieces were part of this piece here. Were part of this. So isn't that cool? Just gorgeous patterns. This is the back side of the paper. And then these 2 are the little card pieces. Super cute. And I just love the pattern. And then if you wanted to write on this card, because the front of it's too cute, you can see my little metal accents there, but this is too cute. So what I would do is I'd put a white panel on the back and write my little message on the back. But then they can have it and display it, and it can be stood up on their desk. It's so dang cute. So super fun, actually very simple to make. And I love that plane. Okay. The second one is a project that we saw on Onstage, and they used a shopping set. But I thought immediately of the plane, and I'm going to make some changes. So this is my first draft. So consider the project I'm about to show you my first draft. We're going to make some changes to it and make it even better on the second time. But it's this card here. And you can see it's my airplane's kind of blending into the background. So I probably need to change up the colors a little bit, but you guys can help me make it better. It's got a little banner in the back. You're the best, plain and simple. And then it opens and the plane moves with it like it's flying, and it says happiest Father's Day on the inside. Now, it will only open this far, which is a lot of wasted real estate on the inside of the card. The reason for that is because the mechanism to pull this is hiding behind the plane here. And so that had to start about halfway on the card. So only this section here can actually be seen when you pull it out. I've still got this whole section back here. Now, what I would really like is to have this open a lot further and to be able to glue a gift card to the inside. So this can hold gift card, or it can hold money or something. So I want to be able to use a little bit more of that real estate. I have some ideas. I think that we're going to make it better. So we're going to do that. And this plane is cut out from those dies in all these different little pieces and put together. And I'm going to show you how we did that. I kind of went above and beyond a little bit. As you can see, like the frame is kind of two-tone. It's got the blue and the white. So I'm going to show you how I did that. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, let me move this paper out of the way. So cute. Like I said, make sure you do the hashtag masculine card, because one of you is going to win both of these cards that I make today. You're going to get them in the mail from me as a thank you gift. Okay. Now, this card, we're going to start with the Z fold. This is called a Z fold because it kind of looks like a Z, right? Or a backward Z, I guess. There's a Z. It's a Z fold, and a double Z fold actually, because there's two Z's. And I'm going to use some more of this sheet of designer series paper. I'm going to use these two pieces and then the back here. And so I'm going to switch my card base from Night of Navy, which kind of coordinates with these colors, to Mossy Meadow, which is going to coordinate great with these colors. Okay. So we're going to just switch it up just a little bit. So the first thing we want to do is cut down our designer series paper. So it's really great is that you can just put that sheet of designer series paper in here, put the edge, the line, and cut right down to get your section. And I have all these cute tags I can use for something. Wouldn't this be cute just to be folded up? Like you can cut out the little spaces in between. And it could be like a little mini album, little mini accordion album. So cute. Anyways, lots of fun things you can do there. All right, so we are going to cut out these pieces. Now this needs to be 2.5 is the final measurement. So it's going to cut off some of the card. So I'm just going to cut off, let me cut this down first and then we'll trim it down. Because I didn't think about that. I love this, that's my scoring blade. I love this whole frame and I don't want to lose any of it, but I think I'm going to have to because I have to get it down to 2.5. So let me cut it down to this. And okay, so 2.5 by 4. So it's already at 4, which is perfect. So it's going to look like this. So I just basically cut down both sides to get me my 2.5 width. I'm going to do the same thing with the clouds, but the clouds are a little bit easier because I don't have to do a trimming on both sides. So 2.5 by 4 is the final measurement that you want for your pieces. And then I'm going to do the back side of this one here. So we're going to just cut this down to 5.25. Final measurement should be 5.25 by 4. All right. So I've got my base here and I've got my designer series paper. And I want to, and I also made some matte pieces in basic white. So 5 3/8 by 4 1/8 is going to matte this piece here. Gosh, I love that green and the gray together, the green and the smoky slate. So pretty. And then I love the clouds. So cute. So I'm just putting the basic white matte pieces behind the designer series paper. The basic white matte pieces are 2 5/8 by 4 1/8, the two smaller ones, and then 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 for the bigger one. So we've got these. I think I'm going to put the green piece here. I could also put the map and it could just be clouds and map. No, but I like this airplane. It kind of gives it a different, kind of breaks it up the monotone. So we're going to go ahead and glue all these pieces together. So that's step 1. I like the green. I like the blue, but I also like the green. The Mossy Meadow. Mossy Meadow is a great color, a great green. So we've got the clouds. And we've Pretty pieces here. Can you put some mechanism on in the banner to extend it out? Which banner are we talking about? Are we talking about the other card? Are we talking about the one that is supposed to hold a gift card? It is a great green, yes. Okay. So let's go ahead and put this on our card. So we're going to do big panel here, our green panel here. Make sure you don't glue your pieces upside down. That's something I would do. Like that. There we go. Okay. So then we have, so this is our base. So this is a 1-inch strip that I've scored. I scored it at 5.5. I scored it at, let me back up. It's 2 3/4 and 5.5. So those are the two score lines. And then you're just going to kind of fold it in a zigzag. So same thing with this big card base. This is 4 1/4 by 11, and it's scored at 2 3/4 and 5.5. Okay. So, and then to put this little banner or this little Z fold on the card, you're going to put the long, so the long piece, right, is going to glue to the front, and then the zigzag piece is going to glue to the back. So it's going to go like this. Okay. So I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to put some adhesive on this section and this section. So basically we don't want any adhesive in this middle section because it's going to be the part that's folded, or yeah, that's folding in and opening up. So this, we're going to keep our card closed. We're going to keep this closed, and we're going to glue this down. Now I kind of like mine to be down a little, not exactly in the middle, but you can place this wherever you want. This is totally up to you. You're just going to glue that down. And so now you've got the two places on the card that need to be glued down. They are in place. Okay. So there's what we've got so far. I kind of hid my plane, which is kind of a bummer because that's a really cool looking plane. But I could have put it down a little bit further to show that plane a little bit better, but that's okay. All right, so now we've got this. Now it should be able to lay flat. You've done it right if it can lay flat, and you've done it right if you can lay or fold closed and it's nice and flush. Okay, so then you know you did it right. All right, so let's go ahead and stamp and color our airplane. And we are going to do that in Memento because I use blends to color my airplane. I'm going to get a scrap. I think I'm going to use, I don't think I'm going to have enough. Let me grab another scrap of cardstock. There we go. This will work. And we're going to stamp the second to smallest plane. So there's 3 sizes of plane in the stamps. Let me find my stamp set. There's the big one, the medium sized one, and the little one. And I'm using the medium size. So we're going to take our Memento black ink, stamp our image there, and then we're going to get our blend. So I'm going to use Smoky Slate and Mossy Meadow as my 2 colors. I'm going to get light Mossy Meadow and light Smoky Slate. I'm going to color the body of the plane in Smoky Slate. So, and it's kind of one of those like sketch kind of images where the lines aren't really defined that well. I'm using the brush tip just to kind of add a little bit more color because it's kind of light. And then we're going to take the Mossy Meadow and color the fins, or the wings of the plane, not the fins, sorry. So the wings. Do the top wings and the bottom wings. And the nose of the plane. Okay, and then the legs that go down to the wheels, but I want to do the wheels actually in smoky slate as well. And then I also added a little bit of light pool party just in the propeller area, just to kind of make it, I don't know, look like wind, I guess. So let me see if I can get this to focus on my, no, why is it always? Can you just please focus? That's about as good as we're going to get there. But that's my airplane. So smoky slate, mossy meadow, and pool party. Okay. So we're going to die cut that. Now we're also going to die cut our little banner, our little happy birthday banner. Okay. So we're going to take our dies, and how we're going to do this. So here's our plane. And then we're going to do a smoky slate little, this is that little mechanism that pulls the banner. Kind of looks like a Y or a T. And then our banner, here's our banner. But we're going to extend this banner out. So I'll show you how we're going to do that. So let's move those cards. I like the green and the gray too. I'm kind of happy with it. I like the blue and the gray. I like the green and the gray. Just follow the designer series paper and you can't go wrong, right? Okay. So we're going to die cut our plane. We'll do that real quick. Maybe. Goodness gracious. The one you pull out. Okay. All right. So there's our airplane. And we're going to do a little mechanism out of this scrap of smoky slate I have here. Not that die. A little mechanism. And then we'll do the white banner. So we put the hashtag on the, yeah, hashtag before. And I believe it works on YouTube because I think I've had YouTube people win before. So yeah. So either or. All right, so that's done. And then, all right, so for the banner, let me show you how we do that. So basically what we want to do is we want the arrow, the pointy part to cut out, but we don't want this back end part to cut out yet because we want to extend our banner. So what we're going to do is go like this and put our plate so that it does not go past the back end of the label. Okay. So just the front. It's just going to be, the plates are just sandwiching the front and the back is staying open. So when you go to cut it, it does not cut it all the way through. See? All right. So then what I did was I actually went ahead and put my piece of cardstock in my trimmer. And I just lined up that line within the trimmer here and just cut it down. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we're gonna clean it up. So I didn't quite get it 100%, but that's okay. And I'm just gonna tear that part off. Put this in here. And cut that down, okay? All right, so, and then I just kind of take my scissors and I have like a little edge here, so I'm just gonna clean that up a little bit by just cutting that down till it's a little bit straighter. Okay, then I've cut, and I have my sentiment happy birthday. Let's go ahead and get our Mossy Meadow ink out. since this one's going to be green instead of the blue. And I'm just going to stamp happy birthday. Ooh, my ink pad is dying. Yeah, that's not good. That's no good. Let's re-ink this real quick. I think there's something wrong with my ink pad. Like it's like got all these dents in it. That's a lot of ink. Refill too. Kind of went a little overboard. Okay, and then let me use. You guys wonder why my bone folders always look so muddy and dirty? It's because I use them to spread the ink around my ink pad. Don't tell. Don't tell anyone. So messy. But yeah, something's wrong with my ink pad. Like it's very strange. It's got a strange texture to it. Okay. Just gonna kind of clean up the edges a little bit. There we go. Okay, let's try that and see if that's a little bit better. Nice, much better. Okay, sorry. So again, we want to stamp happy birthday all along. And I did mine on the other card, I did it 4 times, and the 4th time it kind of cut off, but that's okay. It's kind of like the banner kind of trails off. Okay, so happy birthday all the way across. And then you can put the banner die. You can put the banner die back over the back side of it like this and run it through and just cut, put your plate so it's just cutting the back and so it doesn't cut the front. And you can run that back through, but it's just a banner end. So I'm just going to check my length here and I'm going to cut my banner right about at the R of the last birthday. So I'm just going to do it by hand just because I'm lazy. So I'm just cutting up the middle and then coming at it from both sides at an angle to make my little dovetail. Okay, so there's my happy birthday. My hands are already all dirty. Are you even a crafter if your hands don't get dirty? My answer would be no. All right, so now we've got our airplane. We've got our little pulley mechanism here that's going to be behind the plane. And I just use liquid glue to apply this. It's so tiny. You just need so little glue. And I just glued it back behind the fin. I did not leave very much of the pulley behind it because it's a lot bigger than the plane itself, right? So you don't need that long of a pull of a string or whatever behind the plane. So we're going to put some liquid glue in the little triangle section of our little pulley string thing. I don't even know what to call it. And then we're going to glue it to the triangle front of the banner. Like so. Okay, so we've got our happy birthday trailing behind our plane and then the glue stuck to my fingers. There we go. All right, so now let's go ahead and put some dimensionals on the back of our plane. Put a little dimensional on his. I have minis because these little wheels of the plane are so tiny. Okay, that should be good. So just put a couple dimensionals on. And then when I stick this plane down, I basically want the thing I'm going to pay attention to is because I only want one happy birthday to be shown in the front and then I want the rest folded. So I'm going to put my plane in such a way that only the first happy birthday goes up to that score line. Okay. The rest of it I'm going to glue down and then I'm just going to fold up my card. And it looks like my happy birthday might be too long. So I'm going to have to cut a little bit more off the end here before I glue it. Okay. So I should have put liquid glue on this before. So we're going to glue this down while it's flat. And then we're going to fold it up. So that when, we got to push this down. There we go. So now, come on. I guess we got to let this dry first. And then we're going to fold it up and it's going to work great. And then I added some embellishments down to the bottom. I didn't add a whole lot to this card just because I thought I didn't want to take away from this card. Like I was like, oh, I can put some airplanes out in the sky and stuff, but it was like, no, it just looks really cool on its own. Just kind of this being the only focus, just that's all it needed. So, I mean, you can do you and whatever makes sense to you, but I just felt like the paper was so pretty and I wanted this plane and the banner to be the focus. And so I didn't really do a whole lot on the background. I didn't add clouds or anything just because I thought it was kind of cool just the way it was. So I'm going to put I didn't put enough liquid glue on this one. I'm going to put some liquid glue here and glue these little trinkets down to the front of the card. Let that dry. And then I think this is dry enough now. I can fold this up. And there you go. Now you've got that cool little banner effect. You got this neat little airplane. And yeah, it just looks so cool. Oops, my little thing didn't dry yet. Stay put. And there you go. So now you have this fun little fancy fold. And like I mentioned before, I would put, I'm not gonna lift that one because those are still drying, but I would put a piece of basic white on the back and do my message because I don't want to write on the front. It's just too cute to write on the front. Excuse me. So that is project number 1. Hope you guys like it. I love these masculine sweets. They're just really fun and different to play with, kind of getting away from flowers and cutesy and kind of doing more of this masculine. It's kind of my favorite. It's kind of fun. All right, let me go ahead and show you the other one that I'm going to make some tweaks to, but I still love the first one. This is that pull-out card. Isn't that cool? So someone mentioned, can you do a mechanism that makes this extend out? Probably could do something maybe similar to like the Z where it's like it folds here and it tucks under. But I don't know. Or you could have something underneath it that when you pull, I don't know. Let me show. I think that's a great idea. I'm not sure. I would have to play with it and see if I could make something work. But I'm sure the other cool thing you could do is, you know, those cards that pull out and it extends on both sides, and you use like the plastic bag or whatever, or the black baggie to make it slide, and it slides out both sides. That would be kind of cool for something like this where like you'd have one side is the airplane and then maybe the other side is the banner coming out or something. But I just thought this was a really cool kind of fun way to gift like a gift card or some money. And I'm going to show you, I am going to tweak this just a little bit. One, I feel like the plane is kind of blending into the background a bit. Um, so I think I'm going to put some clouds behind it. I think I'm going to put clouds behind this whole kind of section. And again, kind of move my mechanism back a little bit so I can kind of take a little bit more of the real estate on the inside. Okay. Um, okay, so what you need for this card is a base that's 8 1/4 by 8 inches. So 8 1/4 by 8. And on the 8 1/4 inch side, you're going to score at 4 and 8 inches. So those are easy measurements to remember. 4 and 8 and 8 by 8 1/4. Okay, so that creates this little 1/4 inch score line here at the bottom or on the side. Okay, then you need, I like to do this kind of thin border matte piece on all of my DSP. Now I feel like my cards are naked if I don't have them, but that's totally optional. The DSP itself is 3.5 by 7.5. And then I took a piece of basic white and it's 3 5/8 by 7 5/8. And I just have it matting my clouds. I just think the clouds are so pretty. Such a pretty background for an airplane. I also think this side is gorgeous. This is probably my favorite piece of designer series paper out of the set. Of course, it's I like both sides, and that's why it's my favorite. And it always happens that way. So we're gonna glue that down, maybe. So hard when you use snail or seal because you can't wiggle it around like liquid glue. Okay. Now we're going to glue this down to the front of our card. This is the side that has the score line on the 1/4 inch score line. I'm going to just glue this and I'm going to run out of seal right now. Yep. Right there at the end. Okay. So we're going to glue that down. Now I'm using boho blue. That's the color of the base. So in case you're wondering what blue this is boho blue, one of my favorite blues. Okay, so there's our piece there. Now we are going to cut a slit. That's going to be our pull mechanism. So we need to cut a slit into the card base. So what you're going to do is you're going to line up the side that has the score line, that little 1/4 inch score line. You're going to line it up at 1 inch. You're going to take your blade and you're going to take it down to the 1 inch along the side here. So you can see 1 and 1. So I've got it marked at 1. My blade starts at the 1 inch and I've got my paper lined up at the 1 inch. So you're going to go from the 1 all the way up to the 7 and stop. And I like to kind of pass it through because I'm cutting through 3 pieces of paper. So I just want to make sure that's passed through and it's nice and cut all the way through so that I have this little slit down here. Okay. All right. So that's the base. Now I also have a piece of cardstock that's going to go on the inside of my card. And this piece is going to be the pull mechanism. This is going to be the pull piece on the insert. 7.5. I think it's by 3 3/4. Yeah, 7.5 by 3 3/4. That's the inside piece that's going to go on the inside. We can't glue that down yet. We're just going to set that aside, but you need a piece for that. All right, so to make our airplanes, I have my pieces of scrap cardstock that we're going to die cut. And I'm trying to think if I should change up the colors or if I should leave them the gray. I like the gray and the blue. I just feel like it's kind of monotone, just a little bit, but maybe with the white clouds, it won't matter so much. Okay, so we are going to take our dies. Now, I also have a piece of silver. This is the holographic silver, but any silver will do. This is going to be my propellers. So there are 2 propeller dies. So you're going to die cut those. Here's the body of the plane, which I did in smoky slate. So we'll do that. And then here's the kind of the wings of the plane. And where's my pokey tool? There's some little pieces stuck in here. The wings of the plane and the front of the plane and the wheels. So I'm going to die cut this in both boho blue and white. And that's how I'm going to get the shadow effect, that white border around the blue, because I cut two of them and then offset them when I glued them together to create that kind of outline. Should I do Misty? Ooh, Misty Moonlight. Misty. Let's see. Misty would be a great color. Great little accent color. Let's see. Oh, yeah. You're so good. Thank you for suggesting that. I don't know who you are, Facebook user, but you're the best. Okay, so there's our pieces for that, and then we need our mechanism to pull, which I just went ahead and did in the same color as the body of the plane, or the wings of the plane. So let's go ahead and cut these pieces out, and then we will figure out the assembly piece. I also want to cut out some clouds. So I'm going to cut out a bunch of clouds. We've got 3 different sizes of clouds. I'm going to cut out a couple of each. This is my scrap piece. We're going to cut out a couple different cloud shapes. So this is all we're going to cut. And let's run those through. Move this out of the way. Liz did it. Liz? Oh, Liz, you're so smart. You're the best. Okay, so we're going to cut this out. Do you guys remember this from on stage? Belinda and Liz and Anita and Sherry and Terry? My on-stage crew. I'm sure you guys do. It was such a cute card. Okay, so there's my propellers. Let's do the body. I just like things that move, and I think the airplane should move because they fly, right? Okay, so there's our wings. And let's make sure we poke out everything because we're gonna have to cut this again. Okay. And we've got our mechanism, our little pull mechanism. And this is trash. Then we've got the body of our plane. Okay, there's our body. And then we're going to cut all these little pieces out of the white. And I want to cut a couple clouds. I want quite a few, actually. Especially of the big ones. We'll do 2 of each, and then we'll use up whatever we want. Get out. There we go. These planes are so cool. I love the builder dies. And I don't need to cut this anymore, but I do want to cut some more clouds. And then we'll grab everything and assemble. Okay. All right. Okay. So here's our clouds. All right. So let's build our plane, and then we will put it all together here. So I'm just poking out the little pieces of our plane. Don't want all that. Okay. So what I did, the way I did it, is I took my white layer, my white wings, and I glued them to the gray plane because I wanted the white to line up where it's supposed to line up. So I put some adhesive on the fin along the body and the tail, or sorry, the wheels and the front barrel, because I know that's going to be glued to the plane. I think the top part is free, so I did not put any glue there. Because you don't want glue behind the plane because you want it to slide open, right? So it's going to be important that we don't get any glue exposed outside of the plane, if that makes sense. Okay, so there's that. Let me clean up my hands because they're super sticky. Okay, now we're going to do this second plane piece. And this one is going to line up in a whole lot more places than where the body of the plane lined up. So a lot more pieces are going to be touching. So I'm going to put a little bit more glue. And then I'm going to look at my first one because I really like the way that one came out. So I allowed white to show at the bottom. So the bottom and the front. So I'm just going to overlap this a little bit so that I can see white in all of the areas. Just a little sliver. Look at that. Such a cool plane. So cool. I like that white detail. It's almost like, I don't know, like the light's hitting it, right? Maybe he's flying during sunrise and the sun is below him. That'd be the only way this made sense. All right, so I'm going to glue my little pulley thing on the back of my plane. So I'm just putting a little glue on the circle. And we'll just put that behind. Oop. I'm also going to put a little dab because, like, so just kind of keep that all together. There we go. Okay, so there's that. Now we have the propellers. So the propellers go on the front of the plane, obviously, right on the nose. And I kind of glued mine just kind of in a crisscross. I don't know if there even should be more than two. But I guess if you do more than two, if you do the two sets, it kind of looks like it's spinning, I guess. But you could just leave it at one. But there we go. There's my little plane. Super cute. There's my clouds. Okay. All right. Now we're going to do the banner. So what I did was I took my scrap of white and I stamped my sentiment. You're the best, plain and simple. And we're going to do that. I'm going to do it in Misty Moonlight because now we've got this Misty Moonlight in here and it's a nice dark blue and I really like it. So we're going to ink that up. You're the best, plain and simple. Okay, and we're going to trim that down. You can use scissors or you can use your trimmer. I think I'm going to use my trimmer. Trim this down. Only needs to be as tall as the sentiment. And then I'm going to use a retired banner punch, or I don't know if it's retired yet or if it's going to be retired, but I love this banner punch. And we're actually going to use both sides. So the arrow side is going to be the front. So arrow, and then the back is going to be the dovetail. Okay, oh, that was a little close, but still going to work. So there's my banner. And then I've got to glue this to my little pulley mechanism here. So I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of this. And then I'm going to glue it to my banner. Okay. All right. So now what I was thinking is I want to kind of build this up and I want to put some clouds back behind. Like, I want to build the clouds up. So let's see. Because we're going to need a scrap of cardstock. I'm gonna make mine about 3/4 inch. Don't need it to be super big, but you need enough that's gonna be underneath and above. So this is gonna be our little pull mechanism, okay? So if I imagine that my pull mechanism's here and I'm gonna put dimensionals on it, and the back, we don't want it to be too long because we don't want it to go past the edge there, right? So to get as much real estate on the inside piece, you want it to go all the way over as far as it can, but you don't want it to go below that little 1/4 inch tab. Okay, so on the front, I'm going to put my dimensionals like this. Okay, so what I've got to do is I've got to build my clouds up in such a way that it can kind of be my pull mechanism and hide it. And so I'm trying to think, because the clouds are going to move with the plane, but do you see how it's going to kind of hide the little mechanism once I put that on there? So I'm trying to think, like, I don't want the clouds to be in the way. The clouds are going to end up moving with the um, banner and the airplane. Let's see. Should I do 2 large sets of clouds? That. I want this area here that's like the weakest part of my plane. I definitely want that to be glued down. So I might have to move this mechanism tab just over just a little bit because this all is going to be hanging loose. And I think I want it to be kind of in this section here to kind of support the plane. Because this guy, he's going to kind of drag a little bit. Yeah, and my little banner has to be, over here. So, and this guy, he supported the mechanisms right here in the middle, so he's holding up the plane a little bit. So he has a little bit of support. I'm not sure he's going to kind of drag a little bit because he doesn't have that support, that lift that this has right here. So, okay. Still trying to figure out my clouds here. I think what I'm going to do is glue one cloud up here, one cloud down here like that. And then I can have clouds kind of in the background. Like so. And then we can glue the plane right here. Yeah, I think that'll be cool. Okay. I'm liking it. I'm liking where it's going here. Kind of got to talk through it a little bit, you know? You know what I mean? I like having these little accent clouds in the sky too, to kind of bring it closer. You could also shade the clouds a little bit to get them to stand out and pop out a little bit more. Okay, so then we can put this guy on. Like that. Okay. Making sure no glues exposed. That looks good. Okay, so now for the inside. So we want to make sure that this is as far over as possible as we can possibly make it, which is going to be there. Okay, so this is going to go on the inside with our card. And if you want to, you can stamp your sentiment first, but I don't like that idea. I stamped it after I glued it in, but I I'm going to put some adhesive on the mechanism in here. You can use, actually you could use dimensionals. I think I might put dimensionals down. You just want to make sure that the dimensionals don't go off the side, because then your mechanism won't work. And I've got to get I want to make this go all the way over as far as possible. Like so. Okay. So that's glued to the inside. Now I'm not closing it yet because I got to do a couple things, but this is kind of a great way to test out that mechanism. Woo, look at that. It worked. Woo. So cool. Okay. So we need to punch the side of our card here so that we can make our little pull. So moving the white piece on the inside away, we just want to punch about half a circle off the side like that. Okay, so that's going to be where our little pull tab goes through. And then we want to take our circle. I'm going to do the dark blue again because I think that's just cool. And I'm going to punch another circle out of my punch, and I'm going to fold it in half like so. And this circle punch that I used was 1 3/8 inch, but you can use any size that you want. Thank you guys. I'm glad you like it. I'm actually really loving it with the clouds because it gives it a little bit more structure, and it also looks like more finished, where this kind of looks plain. This has more depth and like decoration to it. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. So now what we're going to do is we're going to glue that little circle to our side here, just like that. So it should fit right in that opening area of your card. Okay. Perfect. We are going to put some adhesive along this 1/4 inch score line. I'm going to use liquid glue just because it's my favorite. And we are going to fold this up and fold this over and close up our little pull, close up our little slider. And I got to clean my fingers again and clean my workstation and erase some. This is from my fingers. Fingers are spreading it onto my project. Okay, there we go. So now we've got this little, oh my gosh, look at all that real estate we got. And you can actually put like a gift card on glue dots and stick it in here. And so it'll be stuck to the inside section. I love that the plane is going into the white section of the inside insert. And so then I'm going to take my hole punch. I'm using an 1/8 inch hole punch, but this is kind of hard with an 8. Let me actually use a bigger one, because let's see, where's my bigger hole punch? Because the ribbon I'm using is kind of thick, and what size is this one? Is it 1/4 inch or 8 inch? I think that's an 8. Yeah, that one's 8 inch. Okay, let's do the 1/4. So we're just going to punch a hole in that circle that we glued. And then I have this boho blue ribbon from last year. You guys remember this ribbon? Last year's in color ribbon. And I'm doubling it over. I'm pushing it through the hole. I'm going to cut that down, and then we are going to loop it through the hole here. Maybe. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. Careful as you're pulling that ribbon tight. You don't want to tear the cardstock. And then you're going to trim it down so that it's not frayed at the end. And if you have a lighter, that would be the best time to use it so that it doesn't fray anymore. Oops. There we go. See, every time I pull it, it's fraying again. Okay, so there's our ribbon. Cute. Okay, so then we'll pull this open and we're gonna stamp Happiest Father's Day in Misty Moonlight. Happiest Father's Day. Cute. I love it. Love everything about it. Even if you didn't put anything in this card and it was just a card, I think it'd be so cool. I think my dad's gonna love it, actually, because he loves planes. He was a mechanic on airplanes on an aircraft carrier in the Marine Corps, so he loves him some planes. So this is just a really cool, you're the best, plain and simple, happiest Father's Day. So cute. I freaking love this card, you guys. And you can do this with so many different sets. Like this is obviously with the planes. You know, there you can go and search Pinterest and find the shopper one that the gal did for on stage with the Tension Shoppers bundle. But so many fun. I love fun fold cards. I love all those kind of cool little surprises. I love the idea of that hidden banner. If we can get that to work, that'd be a really cool way to have that banner hidden behind there. Um, have a little hidden message. You could, with the clouds there, you could definitely, it would hide a lot better too, to have that second banner back there. So that would be cool to do something like that. Now I'm thinking if you were going to do that, let's work through this here. If you were going to do that little hidden banner, I'd say cut yourself more of that. I think this is 3/4 inches long, but then you could just put this banner, just line it up with your original banner, right? And then as you're pulling this out, it could extend out the banner for, I don't know, however far you want it, but, and then just making sure that when you push this back, was it hitting probably the other cloud? When you push this back, oh, it's hitting the mechanism. See how you don't want that banner to be too long that you can see it behind the plane. I know you can't see in the camera, but yeah. So anyways, but yeah, you could have a little hidden message in here. That'd be fun. Or if you have it attached to this, then it's got to be like folded, like a Z fold. Like something like this. And it would be, I don't know. I guess it would have to be like that and attached. It has to be attached to the banner, and then it would have to pull out. Like you'd have it all the way in. Obviously, I'm not measuring it, but you'd have it all the way in, and then when you pull this out, this would be, oh, that would be so, oh my gosh, that'd be so cute. I have to figure that out, but that would be really cute to have kind of this extended banner as it comes out. Oh my gosh. Wait, now I want to try it. Because you could make this a whole, you could make this the whole thing and stretch it out. Anyways, so cute, so fun. I kind of got distracted there a little bit. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching me this week. Let's see who's going to be the lucky winner and get my, oh, that doesn't go like that. See who's going to get my 2 projects from today. As a little thank you for doing the hashtag. It's last chance to do the hashtag masculine card. Again, don't forget about the upcoming classes. And also just a heads up that If you're in love with the zinnia paper, Terry is designing an album right now using the zinnias. I think it's zinnias. I think. Anyway, so that's coming up too. And then I just love these airplanes. These will be featured in the this airplane set will be featured in my new catalog launch party. So you won't want to miss the catalog launch party. Again, you're gonna be spoiled rotten. You're gonna get a spiral catalog, you're gonna get lots of goodies, and you're going to get make and takes from the new catalog. So let me present my or share my screen. And let's draw a winner. Here we go, 31 entries. Who's it gonna be? Linda! Congratulations! I think this is the first time you've won. Yay, Linda! Okay, so I'll be sending you my projects from today's live. Congrats! Oh, the Unbounded Love. You're right, Terry. Not Zinnia's. Unbounded Love. Unbounded Love. The one I featured last week. That's right. My apologies. Thank you, thank you, thank you for fixing that for me. Anyways, the Unbounded Love suite is adorable, and you're not going to want to miss it. All right, guys. Take care. Have a great week. Stay safe. I will be live next Sunday, but know that I'm heading off to the incentive trip on Monday. So, but I will be live with you Sunday, and then I can't wait because on the following Sunday, I'll show you all the cool things that I experienced and tell you all about it. So, anyways, I will talk to you guys next Sunday. Have a great week. And if you have any questions or need me, just message me. I'm just a message away. Bye.